You're listening to the Slowly Dying Podcast with Becca.
Check yourself. Check. Week after I cried at the bowling alley.
And Bronte.
Oh my god, what have I done?
What do you mean? I haven't heard from you in months. We talk about everything and anything.
I could tell she was frustrated just by how she was throwing the...
I'm the only one who does it the best.
And turn in every Monday for a brand new episode.
I did not know though.
What? Like, you were freaking out.
Let's get it poppin'.
That's what I'm talking about. What's up, you guys? It's Bronte.
And what's poppin'? It's Becca. We are so happy today.
Today, a couple things are going on today. You're visiting my new place for the first time.
Yes.
So we're in my place to record.
I'm so happy.
In Baltimore. How do you like it?
I love it.
It's like a
love it. It's so nice.
It's very cute.
It's huge. Hold on. It's like huge. I was expecting not as big.
Yeah, can you hear it echoing in the background, guys?
And then like you're outdoor.
On
like,
my vine wall?
Yeah.
Who am
That's
I?
my favorite.
It was literally like a hidden gem, guys.
Yeah.
But it was a good find.
Everything works out the way it's supposed to, and it's cute. It's like a little bungalow.
It is like a little bungalow.
Yeah.
Yes.
It fits your personality.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I think it's really cute. Everyone, you're welcome over anytime.
Girl, I'm moving in. What are you talking about?
Everyone's comfy, right?
I'm working on the same floor as you. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, don't knock it. True. But it is also a special episode for us today because
it's our anniversary.
It's been a year so far since we dropped our first episode last year. We were in the car. Your dad was mowing.
I can't with my dad. Don't even.
We didn't have any of our equipment that we have now.
We were sweating.
Like, what were we doing?
Wait, my personality was, what was it? Remember we had like personality? You were bubbly or something?
Oh, and you were like, oh my god. Yeah.
Do you remember that? I forget what I was.
Sassy?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Go back and listen to it.
How did I forget?
And compare the quality to this one and like that one.
I wonder how it's going to come out because you have high ceilings.
Oh, you can like tune it.
Oh, okay.
Like, too. Yeah, so you can, but no.
And then we got Keeping Kardashians on the background.
Mm-hmm.
Look
You
at
gotta
Scott, man. He is cute.
I like Scott. Scott's cute.
I mean, it was a little too late for him to change for Courtney, but
yeah.
Anyway, we wanted to talk about our anniversary and why we did the podcast and how it's going, and you know.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know. If you've been following Becca and I since day one, we decided to do a podcast. We were just, talking at 4 a.m. in the morning on our way to the hospital. And I don't know how we got onto it. And I was like, oh my god, I've always wanted to be on like a radio show or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think I said something like, I love listening to podcasts recently.
Oh, you're the crime junkie thing,
The crime
right?
junkies. Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then you were like, yo, I would love that too. And then we were like, yo, let's do it, basically.
Yeah. And then we did it.
Yeah. It kind of happened in a flash. Like, it was really, really cool.
Well, and then you got the mics.
Got the mics.
And then it just, I don't know, we got the sweatshirts, we have the stickers. You still can't find your sticker.
Still can't find my sticker. And I moved and everything. And I was literally looking out. It has to, like, I literally can't.
And when I moved, I didn't see it. And I, like, went through everything.
I'm like,
I don't know where it is. So
it's probably in my parents' kitchen cabinet or something like that.
Your dad probably is like,
my dad probably has it on his car. I just didn't notice it yet.
He's like, this reminds me of you.
I miss Bronte so much. My brother keeps texting me like, oh, Dad misses you. And I'm like, but he's like, oh, he's so proud of you. And I'm like, oh, Dad. He pops by all day. Yeah, I'm not that far away. They can chill. They can chill for a second.
They can chill while you're chilling here.
Yeah, right? I'm gonna show up and everyone's gonna be like here. Like, that's how I like it though. You know?
Yeah.
But how do you think the podcast is? Or what are your opinions about it?
So I enjoy the podcast. I think my favorite thing about the podcast is just being able to have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, especially when you guys followed me through, like, my cheating and, like, the dating the narcissist and, like, just opening up about certain things. I think that, like, whether you guys listened or not, like, whether I had 1 million listeners or 0 listeners, I felt like I got to get it off my chest.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I knew somebody was listening out there.
Yeah.
So it actually has been very therapeutic.
Yeah. Like, when we text each other, like, oh, can't wait to record.
Yeah.
Like, I actually do miss it, like, in the week. Like, or I think of topics and we write it down on our phones to talk about, or it's, like, that current event of that week or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think what was really touching was like getting those messages, whether it's from people we don't know and people that we do know.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. Like, oh, I really related to this. I really related to that. And that was really, really, really awesome
Yeah.
to hear. Like, so.
What I also like is, like I try not to listen to the podcasts, especially the ones I think that I'm going crazy on. Like the one why you can't find a man, like with the friends with benefits or whatever. I mean, it's crazy putting your stuff out there. It's very vulnerable, and it's something I will never get back. But it's like when let's say I'm driving, I'm like, oh, like I'm really sad because of this. I'll put on a podcast episode, and I'll hype myself up because I'll hear myself and be like. It's like I'm giving myself advice because I give you guys advice, but sometimes I need to hear that advice again. Mm-hmm. And then it's like I'm so proud of myself because I can tell I came far, so far that it's like, wow, like I really can explain my feelings. I really can open up. I can really relate to, being 19 to now. It's like, I don't know if you feel that way.
I definitely feel that way. Like some episodes that I'm like, I like scroll through and I think what like blows my mind, and I send you pictures of it sometimes when I'm in the car and like, I'm going on Spotify and I'm just scrolling and how many episodes we've released.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, we release one every week at least, and how much we've caught. Like, we make sure one drops every Monday. I think there was 1 week where we didn't. That was like finals or something.
Yeah.
But
and then when I had COVID.
And when you had COVID. But every week we've dropped one and we've committed.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the car and I see our content on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and it comes up on the car and like the logo's there, like that kind of gives me like chills almost, like too. I'm like, oh my God, look at us. And like, people bringing it up, like too, like in the beginning, a lot of people didn't bring it up. They knew about it. But then it was like over time, they're like, hey, how's your podcast going? And I'm like, oh, I didn't think you knew about it. And they're like, no, we knew.
I think a lot of people know. And that's another thing that pisses me off. And I've said this before in podcasts is like, I'll post content. Like, I'm not trying to spend hours and hours on content. Like, I have 2 jobs. I have a son. Like, this is not my whole entire life. So I can't, get millions of followers. And I understand that. But like, what I post is just like what I feel like posting because I don't care because it makes me happy. But it's like, it's crazy. Sometimes, like, I just posted, like, the aquarium, and I get a bunch of likes, and then I post something where I'm like, oh, I really think they're going to like this, and I try to take a good picture, and then I'll get one like, and it's only from you. And I get so pissed. Like, why are you guys not liking our things? Because you're jealous. That's why, bitch.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to say it.
And it's just so funny because...
But then we're getting more and more followers.
More and more followers, more and more listeners. Like, again, we can see... When we get to see, like, the worldview locations.
Yeah.
Turkey, Istanbul, Japan. Like, what? Like,
what?
I'm not... And they're frequent listeners. The likelihood of them being the same listeners every episode that we see. Like, from California to Australia. And we get to see, like, a worldview map. Like, for you guys who are not in podcasting, sometimes a lot of podcasters just get to see their reach and everything like that. Especially if you're dropping content. Again, we've learned so much. If you're dropping content on YouTube, we try and get our episodes out on YouTube, and then we could put subtitles to it. So people who don't speak English can understand us. But
that's cool.
We've been seeing around the world the same locations, and it has to be the same listeners. Yeah. So we do really like respect that, because in the beginning, the first listeners were our parents or something, or our friends. But now, like, it's like our episodes drop at 7 a.m. our time. And I'm like looking, I'm like, it'll be like a couple hours later, I want to see. Usually I check at lunchtime on the drop date because that's when I have time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like,
yeah,
I'm seeing the same people. Like, are you guys waiting for the episodes? Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is crazy. And like, I remember going to work at my other job, the nursing home, and this girl that I don't know, I mean, I know her because of work, but like, we don't hang out. I don't even have her number. She's like, yeah, I listened to you. She's like, I know you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, from work? She was like, no, the podcast.
Wow.
And it's like, you think that like people don't listen, and it's like, no, they listen. And I'm like, great, now you know like my sex life and this and that and everything else. So great. And then you know what's going on with my Big Daddy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just my life. So like, you know, for us to put it out there, you're going to know about it anyway.
Yeah, and I think that's our goal, to be
Yeah.
relatable, to talk about content every week, to be surprising. Like, not a lot of you guys are going to relate to everything every week, but I'm sure you can implement something
Yeah.
somewhere or refer it to a friend you know who's going through that, because I think that was like one of our goals. Like, we didn't want to be like super tied down and like planning
Yeah.
everything. It's like, let's just get on the mic and vent.
Yeah, like we don't, I mean, sometimes I'll write little bullet points because I feel like I have ADHD and I get distracted.
Oh yeah,
But we don't like script this out. We just like talk.
we talk
You know what I mean? Like,
and that's it. And
yeah.
you kind of want that, right? Like you
Yeah,
want,
you don't want it to be scripted, you know.
yeah, and like two by the book or anything like that.
Yeah.
But this has like been like, because I get worried because like I think you and I can agree, when we commit, we commit. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
when I give someone my word, I'm gonna be there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and like only if I get like hit by a truck or something like that. But other than that, like I'll be there. But
Yeah.
like when you commit something to this, and when it's almost like it hasn't been like pressure, but when it kept building and building, I'm like, okay, we got to make sure. Like you'll text me, like, yeah, we got to record. Like, you know, we
Yeah.
got to get episodes ready. And I think most of it is enjoyment, but sometimes you're like, oh yeah, we got to. Like we got to keep it up.
It gets a little stressful, and it's not stressful to record. It's like, you know, because you were moving, I moved, you started a new job, I started a new job. So it was just like, for a hot second there, like, remember you came over at like
Oh yeah,
8
like
o'clock at night, and I had to be up like at 5 a.m. the next day.
We commit,
and then
guys.
your computer crashed. It was just
oh,
like,
I wanted to cry.
you
Like
know, but it happens.
yeah, but like this is a commitment, but it's been like a really good therapeutic commitment.
Yeah.
I feel like, because I mean, for me, I'm like, oh, I miss the mic. Like it's a lot of fun.
Look at us, we got the mic.
We got the mic. We're just chilling here. You know, we're in like a new recording environment, but like wherever we are, like you know, it's surprising how far you come in like a little over a year.
You know what we should do? I just thought of this because I was staring at your wall. You know those light up signs?
Yes.
We should do the Slowly Dying podcast and get a light up sign right there.
Like
Wait,
in
let's
green.
do it. Like green, pink, like whatever. And can we do
My
that?
walls
We
are
can-
like bare, guys. Ooh, like up there or something like that. Like,
yeah.
You know.
No, right? Like the Slowly Dying podcast right there.
Oh my god! Like in like the little like light up like string
the
light.
straight.
Oh my god!
That would
See,
be cool.
guys, we're gonna get branded soon. I'm telling ya. Like you're gonna see us like on the planes that fly across the beach or something like that. It's crazy. But like I think it just goes to show, if you commit to something, like how far you do come.
Yeah.
Like.
Because every time we look, we're getting like 20 more downloads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like off the.
From new areas. I'm
Yeah,
like,
so
where
that's
is that
cool.
in the world? Like, I have no idea. Sometimes I'm Googling, like, I find myself Googling different cities. I'm like, where is
Yeah.
that? And the names are so long. I don't know if it's, like, German or, like, in Turkey or what. But I'm like, girl, like, when I text you, I'm like, girl, have you heard about this city before? And you're like, no.
Nope.
But it's been a great time. It's been, like,
Yeah.
a great ride, I think.
Well, and then you got your own
My YouTube thing?
YouTube video channel.
Yes.
I'm not technical with the names, but
Yeah.
that's been blowing up.
Mm-hmm. Like I get surprised. Like
Yeah.
I always wanted to do videoing, and I think it was a perfect time in my life because my life is still hectic, but like a slowed down hectic. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but I've always loved video editing. I've always loved watching people's vlogs, and it's the same thing with the podcast. If it helps people, if it gets people to connect and like vibe, cool with me. Like I see these vloggers, like they have like 1.8 million, like, or whatever, millions of
They'd
followers.
be doing that for their full-time job.
Yeah, they have
the-
teams of
yeah.
experts or whatever, and they're just grocery shopping. Like,
And you just think it's the coolest thing.
yeah. But like sometimes I like it's therapeutic as well. Like
Yeah.
you sit down with the camera and like you know, like it dives into I think my life a little bit because I do get questions like, "What is your daily life like?" I'm like crazy as crap. Like, but
It's just, you can't make it up.
can't make it up at all. I mean, I wish we could like show you guys like in the hospital units and everything like that, but we really can't. But
Yeah.
all we can do is describe our life, really. And I mean, for all of our nurses out there, bless blessed. But it was just Nurses Week last week. I hope you
Yes,
all
and I've been
enjoyed
wanting
it.
to make a post, a nice little post, but I haven't. I just worked in 1 week 6 3-hour shifts.
Yeah,
You
was
know
it
what I
night?
mean?
It was night, right? No,
Well, no,
day,
I'm working
day.
night tomorrow.
Yeah, and I work days.
I work the weekend, and then I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I've just been like real tired.
So you'll be nights, I'll be days. I have a 12-day tomorrow.
Day, yeah.
Tuesday.
Then I do 3 nights, and then I'm on days. So I mean, because I'm still in training, so it's like I have to match my preceptor schedule. But like, yeah, Happy Nurses Week.
Yeah.
Because
It's crazy.
it should be Happy Nurses Year.
Yeah,
Every day.
it is. It was actually
Last
Did you
year.
hear that? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
they
did hear
renewed it for 2021 because
It's
COVID.
Nurses Day, everything.
Respect your nurses, all right? Like, because now
Right.
being in the profession,
Yeah.
you knew how much they do. Now you really know how
Oh,
much
they do everything.
and they fill in all the gaps.
Dietitian.
Mhm.
We're the tech. We're the nurse. Sometimes we feel like we're the damn surgeon.
We're the family member.
We're the family member.
Like,
We're
God.
the janitor. We're the tech that has to work the TV.
yeah,
Like, that's what I'm saying. You're not just a nurse.
yeah, plumbers.
You know?
We
Yeah,
are plumbers.
yeah.
I've done that. Like, it's crazy. So
Sometimes we're security when it gets a little crazy.
when it gets a little wild, we gotta.
Kind of pop up.
Yeah.
But it's worth it, and I love it, and I do not ever hate going into work. I mean,
No.
sometimes I'm like, I'm tired or something, but I enjoy,
I'm excited.
going
excited to
into
go
work.
in.
So,
The 12-hour shifts, like, you got to get used to it. But you,
got those 4 days off, though.
girl, yes, get that good paycheck.
My leg. Sorry, I'm having fuzzies on my leg. I think it's from your pillow.
Oh, it might be from my pillow. I have a lint roller, I think.
Anyway, so I'm glad your YouTube channel is going well.
Thank you.
So check that out. I think it's connected to ours.
Yes,
somehow.
it's linked, so you guys will see it in the suggested too. So.
Yeah, so follow her. She gets a lot of followers too.
I don't know. I'm crazy. So people are like, "Oh, I can
Yeah.
relate to that."
So, and I think our YouTube doesn't pop off as much as Spotify. But YouTube's more for like the video. You know what I mean? Like
just in case if people don't use Spotify or
something.
but
But it is free, guys.
it is free.
So don't think you have to go on YouTube. Spotify is free, isn't it? Yeah, it's free.
I think.
I have
So-
it. It's free.
Oh, it is free if you just don't want like commercials in it.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want,
Sometimes there's like a commercial, but it's free to get the app.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, either
and
way,
download it because then there's no commercials,
exactly.
and then you can listen on a plane when you're in airplane mode.
Yeah. Follow us anywhere. We'll go anywhere, guys. Like
We'll go anywhere with you. Bring us to your family.
we're crazy, seriously. But I think
So.
with the podcast, we just wanted to keep it real.
Yeah.
Like as a single mom, like you can't silence your kids. Like Willie's playing video games right here, right now.
Yeah,
and
he's right next to us.
he's the most silent he's ever been as we've recorded. But you hear it in the background. All the kids are
it's real
screaming.
life.
It's real life. And
Rosie, I can't with Rosie.
Rosie, like the dogs, the animals. It's real life, and that's what we wanted to.
My neighbor knocking on my door.
Yeah, it's and your parents coming in. Like my parents calling all the time. My brother FaceTiming all the time. It's always when we record, guys. Always.
Always,
But I mean, this journey has been a lot of fun. But we have some more juicy content when we, for the weeks following. So please keep up.
I think it's time to talk about my party.
That'll be.
We just have to talk about it.
Should we put it in this episode?
Maybe we should do another one.
We'll do another one. Yeah, but it'll be good.
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I wish that we had more followers on Instagram or like Snapchat, but then it's like, why does it matter?
Yeah.
I wish that because we get so many downloads, but then we only get like 1 or 2 followers a week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, do they not know about us? Like, we have social media. I don't post too much either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not posting every hour of the day.
Yeah. It's hard, and people have teams for that, too.
Yeah.
It's hard managing it just with us, too. Like, it is hard. But I
Yeah.
think our main goal is just to get the content, out
Yeah.
there, the main, content jive.
Yeah, and I mean, we've never had so many people watch our story when I posted about the purple dick.
Mm-hmm. And that will lead in to our next episode. That's all
Yeah.
we're going to give you.
Bust it down with the purple
Bust it and
dick.
purple dick. That's
it.
That's all you need to
If you
know.
want to know about the purple dick,
Tune in next time.
tune in for next week's content. And happy anniversary to us.
Yes, we're gonna enjoy the day on the harbor to celebrate.
Yeah,
Who
we're gonna
are
go
we?
for lunch, dinner, whatever.
It's beautiful out. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, we're gonna take an Uber.
Might have a glass of wine on the river.
I might use that little scooter with Willie.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm so
It's
excited.
a lot of fun. So we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna celebrate. But thank you guys so much for the support. Hope you enjoyed this episode as we reminisced. And pass us around. Whatever.
Tell people about us. I told 2 girls at work, and they're already following us and listening to our stuff. So.
Yeah, just pass us along.
It's so funny. They're like, what's your name? The
Yeah.
podcast. I was like, slowly dying on. People still can't get over that.
People are like, what?
Oh my god, remember our super fan or whatever? Prince. What's his name? Prince something.
We were
forget his
talking
name.
about him the other day. Yeah, we had a super fan. I hope he's probably still listening too.
Well, I think we blocked him, so he can't contact us.
Yeah, he kind of got too much, so
Yeah. So.
a little stalkerish.
All right. Well, we're gonna go walk around the harbor and enjoy our day. And
Yes.
happy anniversary to us. And
Yes.
hope you guys have a good day. And this is Becca.
And this is Bronte, guys. See you later.